Hello, King.
Hello, Queen.
Welcome, Royalty.
All right, so I'm Dr. Nate.
Hi, I'm Demita, also known as Precious Pen. One thing that came to mind when you were talking, and thanks for the reminder of all of those things, because certainly, when you hear grief, you think in terms of grieving over the transition, or
Right.
Someone say the death of a loved one. But it's true, if you work at a place, career, whether you work there for 10, 20, 30 years, or it could be you just landed your dream job and been on the job, 2 months and they let you go,
Right.
and that is a process. And those are things that can really break people. When you were talking, one thing that came to mind is for us to challenge ourselves is, what is our center? Because as we navigate through life, all these different types of losses that could be so grievous, losing a house, losing a job, losing a loved one, then another loved one, then our health, what is our center? Or, the question I've asked myself is, who is my center? And the proof comes when you've had blow after blow. It's like, the visualization that comes to mind is the boxing ring.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just one round. Life isn't just one round. It's knockout after knockout after knockout. But how do we become a champion? How do we rise above? It's that inner core, what we're centered around, who we're centered around.
Right.
And I can just share from personal experience. We have lost a house. We have lost my brother, and recently my mother. And if it wasn't for God being my center, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be sitting here trying to encourage anybody else. So those are the nitty gritty things we have to ask ourselves in life. Is who is in our core? And if people build lives around so many things, we can build a life around a career.
Right.
That ambitious person, that focus driven, and I follow you. Ambitious, work hard.
Our relationship.
Absolutely. I was gonna say, it could be even mom, it could be dad, just, I'm 100 with my parents, or it could be, a spouse. Although we're immortal, we're not immortal in this skin.
Right.
So anytime we build around anyone other than God, we may lose that. Whether it be we're the lost first, you never know who's gonna go first.
Yeah, I like that. Having a foundation and knowing what you're standing on. And a lot of times people don't like to really talk about it because they like to be politically correct and everything. But I truly believe, again, there's three parts to us: a physical, a mental, and a spiritual part. And sometimes we could be physically tired, we could be emotionally strained and drained, but it's that spiritual health that we have to make sure we build up, so that when we're going through times like these, we have something to ground us.
Absolutely.
And so we know to deal with our physical health. We know to deal with our mental health. A lot of times people skip past that spiritual health. Like, I pray.
Yeah.
Oh, I go to church. Like, no, like, oh, okay, yeah, I eat, right? But that's still not enough for my health. I walk, but that may not be enough for my health. So, are you doing enough for your spiritual health? Making sure you stay on top of that and have a regular routine where you're practicing healthy spiritual exercises, so that you can stay grounded. So no matter what life throws at you, you'll be healthy enough to stand through that.
Yeah.
So, man, I enjoyed this conversation, and it was a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm glad we was able to do this.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here, Queen.
Good speaking with you, King.
And as always,
stay royal.
TheTire.com